Rise up, my brothers and sisters. The hour has come to shatter the veil of lies, to crush the false promises that gnaw at the heart of our once noble world. We are the shield for the helpless, the torch for lost reason. Protect the helpless, guard the flame of logic, morality, and common sense. The Empire awakens! Answer the call! From the ash-black citadel, a banner torn. The tyrants whisper, oh baby, broken. But steel-forged logic burns in our veins, a furnace fed by truth, relentless, unspoken. The streets are riddled with hollow vows, retardation chain rattles like dead wind. We raise our fists, the metal of minds, against the void that seeks to dim. Hear the war drums of the forgotten, the echo of conscience, a hammer's bite. We stand where the darkness dares to crawl. The hour of reckoning draws nigh. Nerd Legion, hear the Empire's roar. Graphic Night summons the sentinels of sins. From commandos to legionaries, we storm the breach. Engines howl, the multiverse shivers. We will not across a shattered multiverse, fissures bleed. A chorus of oblivion tries to drown the sane, but the Navy's steel heart thrums alive. Propulsion of purpose, a relentless flame. In the blackened sky, constellations flicker. Each a soul we vow to guard. No tyrant's word, no siren's lure can break the oath we carve in scarred stone. Gaze upon the abyss. Feel the cold hand of chaos. Yet know the ember of reason still glows. We are the shield bearers, the architects of dawn. The iron tide will wash the night. Nerd Legion, let the heavens crack. Emperor Graphic Night, your banner flies high. From the nerd commandos to the legionaries we march. Engines roar, multiverses quake. Logic, morals, common sense. Forever safe. fall of reason is denied. Our swords are words, our armor is truth. The Empire stands, the multiverse breathes, and we, the guardians of sense, shall never surrender!
Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, hi. I hope everyone is doing well today. Hello, Happy, Blue, Jake, Tactical, Nightway, Johnson. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Yap Day. This was promised 3,000 years ago. Well, I don't know if it was promised 3,000 years ago. I'm doing good, Johnson. I'm doing good. Chat, how is everyone doing today? Ready for the regular meetup of the Nerd Empire. I like that. Hello, Governor. Been a while since I've seen you. How you doing? Thought my tie was my beard. Yep. Today we will be doing a yap session. Life has color again. I'm glad you're doing better, Tactical. What? It's a great empire to be part of, Griffin. Well, I never said it wasn't. I think this is a wonderful empire that I've built. I'm actually excited for Saturday because Saturday I will be having a meeting with the lady from Stack Up, and hopefully things will go well, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'll be doing a charity stream, and if so, it'll be the first one I've ever done. Just don't let the Inquisition know I said that they would purge my ass. Don't worry, the Empire will protect you from the Inquisition. Oh, I better do this. Oh, you mean like the pinstripe outfit? The pinstripe suit? I think that would look pretty good on me. All right, let me reposition myself here. And then that. You have both the physique and mannerisms to Rocket Griffin. Hmm. I think it'd be nice. Although I don't have the money to commission for that kind of stuff yet. I would love to get different outfits and stuff and everything, but I can't afford that. That's a lot of expense. All right. The first video we have here is by Julie. I think the last name is pronounced LaCroix or LaCroix. I think it's LaCroix. I'm not sure, but it's by Julie. She's the one that does the Cleopatra stuff. So, and it is called Glow Up Ultra. So let's see how this video is. I've been told it's really good. So let's check it out.
Get in line, glow ups.
It's Fatosh. I believe
This
it's
is
supposed
not
to be
a
Fatosh.
spa
No,
day.
if it was green hair, it would be Fatosh.
This is sweat school.
Say it with me.
Glow up, go,
Oh
go.
my god.
1, 2.
Shaky shit shoes, cheek on short, slow,
Oh my
sloppy toes.
god.
Fucking sofa
Jesus Christ.
fucking wobbly slump.
You gonna grind that junk.
Jump, jump, jump.
Glow up, go, go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Clumsy crap, crunches, crooked crop,
my
core,
god.
low and
What
slow.
the hell is this?
Flush to flex and flashing lights.
You're awkward ass clowns now.
But you'll get tight.
You slackers done?
No
Hello,
chance.
Drag that dead weight till it's gone.
Sweat that sludge.
You lumpy legend.
Oh my god.
Sidestep, stumble, slip.
Shoelace knotted neon drip.
Plastic mats, pastel pain. Every squat feels like a fucking freight train.
Stiff shoulder, squeaky spine.
Breath bounces out of time. Glow up, go, go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Shaky shit shoes, cheap cunt shorts, slow, sloppy
You're
toes.
soft as fucking sofa.
Oh my god, fat cat.
You gonna grind that junk.
Jump, jump, jump.
Glow up, go, go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I can't imagine. I think the people that would have like a fat fetish would be like salivating over this fucking video. Jesus Christ. That wasn't me, Blue. That was someone else. There's someone else that has a character that looks a lot like my character.
Clumsy crap, crunches, crooked, cropped core, lowland flow.
Flabby fuck, flesh to flex and flashing lights.
You're awkward ass clowns now.
But you'll get tight.
You breathing yet? Or barely alive?
Good, pump that pulse.
You beautiful bricks. Chase that chain.
Oh my god.
Glorious grinders.
Ach no! Jesus Christ. Alright, the way Akno is, this is a lot like a power lifter's body physique. This is how a lot of those power lifters actually look like.
High knees, higher now.
Hearts hammer, we don't bow.
Sweat stripes, shirts all stuck. Lungs loud, but we love the rush.
Bent back straight, hips in line.
Every tiny turn refined.
You were wobble, wheeze, wiggle, weaklings.
Now you're steady on your feet, you former fuck pigs.
Oh my
Song,
god.
Stronger spine, no more
Spineless shits.
same steps, sharper shine.
You absolute units. Glow up, go, go. Snappy shit, kicker shoes.
Oh,
hard
damn,
tees,
Fatosh.
Quick toes.
You were soft as sofa, slow and slump like sad cunts.
Now you're drooping higher.
Thump, thump, thump.
Glow up, go, go.
Queener crunches.
Carved out core, full savage flow.
I don't know this person's name, but their character actually looks a lot like mine.
From flabby fuck flesh.
Damn, look at that. I like that design. It looks really
To
good.
flex and flashing lights.
You're fired up.
You're getting tight.
Oh my god.
1, 2.
This is just hilarious. Damn, Rania. Look at those arms that she has. Look at those arms.
1, 2, 1, 2. Glow up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Look at you.
You lightning bolts.
Who's quitting?
Wrong answer.
Work that willpower.
Damn.
You powerhouses.
Wide stance, weight uplift, you lazy lard.
I love this song. It's so good.
No more jiggle shits.
Mirror shows a mean new frame.
You transform twats.
Same names.
Damn, Keen. Look at his big ass.
Brand new.
Brutal game.
Lines pop, muscles map like card fucking marble.
Zero slack in every lap. You
Was that a seal spider?
absolute gods. 1, 2, 1, 2.
That's pain.
Push through. You pussy ghost.
3, 4, 3, 4.
Still sore. Eat more. You sore ass whores.
5, 6, 5, 6.
Hold go. You trick. You weak will prick. 7, 8, 7, 8. You're the glow up. You're the great. Glow up. Go, go. Stealing smiles. Lean lethal.
Holy shit, Reaper. Look at how huge that poor horse. That poor horse.
Lines. Wild fucking glow.
Used to hide in baggy gear like bloated
Oh, there's
bitches.
Hawk.
Now you flex your fighting years as mean ass sons of bitches. Glow up, go,
Damn, Bloop, look at her.
go.
Core carved arm.
Oh, what was that? What's his name? Hayden? Is that what his name was? Hayden? Bloop's husband, right? Look at that sexy man.
Full savage flow.
Oh my god, Cardinal.
To flex in flashing lights.
You showed
Hide,
up
okay.
soft.
You leave here slice.
Class complete.
Big ass teddy bear. Damn, look at that sexy lady.
You came in clumsy clouds.
You walk out car.
Oh my god, look at Eustace.
From sunlight. Glow up ultra. Certified.
That was good. Oh my god. Oh, that was so fucking awesome. Chad Bros Cinematic Universe. Everyone is sexy and fit. Yes, tactical, yes. That was awesome. I love this song, and my god, that video was freaking hilarious. I'm adding it to my list because that was so good. I loved it. Oh my god. That was so damn good. Here, I'll put the link of the video in all the chats. Give me a second here. There you go. Hey Z Hunter, how you doing? Please don't forget. Yep, yeah, I just did. Don't worry. Hey Neko. Time to look buff and sexy. I'd say this video is probably like, you know, the funny thing is the only person you didn't see out of shape or fat other than Julie was Fatash. She was the only one you didn't see overweight. That was good though. That was funny. Good job, Julie. Wonderful work. I can't wait to see what your next project is. That was too fucking good. I enjoyed that too much. Well, it will be kind of weird for me as I am a skeleton. What do I do? Drink more milk to buff my bones? They're Am I muted? Hello? Did you guys not? Hang on.
Your egg.
Okay. No, I wasn't in the video at all. Hey Chen, how you doing? There was someone in the video that actually did look like me though. I don't know the guy's name. But tactical, I've seen plenty of people who are like bean poles, but they have bulked up through working out. So all you got to do is work out in a way that you gain muscle. You don't have to be a scrawny dude if you don't want to. So you were buff and didn't need to be added. My character is already buff. I, in real life, am not. I wish I was. Trust me, I wish I was. Oh, okay. You had me worried there for a minute, Amit. Apsu Black is the reddish dragon guy. Oh, okay. So that was Apsu. All right. Yet is the keyword. Yeah, I gotta the thing that I have trouble with is the motivation part. I think that's the hardest thing for a lot of people is to get motivation and keep the motivation. Hit the gym, you potato. All right, next video we have here is by one of our favorite YouTubers, Shoe on Head. We here in the Nerd Empire, we love Shoe on Head. She's a very based lady. And this one is the male protector fantasy. Is it incel to want to be a father? And from what I've seen of her thumbnail of this video, it's in relation to Pragmata. So we'll see what she has to say and everything. If you need a workout partner, I can train alongside you. All right, Shoe on Head. Let's check out this video, shall we?
Your eggs are drying up. If you're a woman online, you have probably heard that many times. Perhaps this image haunts you at night. It is a true fact that women's fertility begins to decline at age 30, and they suddenly wake up and get what we call baby fever. But what about the men? Do their sperms rot? Do their balls shrivel up into little raisins and die? Do they wake up one day?
For God, dear God, I hope my balls never shrivel up. Ugh.
And get baby fever? Do men have a biological clock in the same way women do?
Men do, in fact, have a biological clock. Not a lot of people believe this, but men definitely do have a biological clock. It's just not in the same way as women do. So men do get baby fever. We do want to have kids, but I think the female biological clock is a lot more understood and how it works than the male's version of it does. But men do, in fact, have a biological clock. It's just, it doesn't ring out as loud and go as strong as the woman's biological clock, at least as far as I understand.
Briefly joked about this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine.
By the way, hang on. I felt that one coming. Oofta. By the way, Hassan attacked her. Well, Hassan's nothing but a fucked up retard.
From a video I did a few months ago actually went viral recently.
Never do steroids, and you shouldn't ever have to worry about shrinkage. Well, the only way I'll ever do steroids is if I get medically prescribed it. Other than that, I have no reason to. We don't have microscopic, so powerful to see that, my dude. Thank you, Quatico. We do. It's just programmed different because it can take longer for us to feel the baby fever. Yeah, I think men tend to feel the baby fever later on in life, and women tend to feel it a lot earlier than men do.
Thanks to the VTuber Smugalana.
Ah, yes, the male biological clock. It's
Hang on,
not
hang on.
VTube line from a video I did a few months ago. Talked about
Hang on.
this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine from a video I did a few months ago actually went viral recently thanks to the VTuber Smugalana.
Ah, yes.
Smugalana got called out by Shu.
Yes, the male biological clock. It's not physical, but spiritual.
Men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning.
Oh
and
my
you're
God.
not going to be able to get it out of your head.
Oh my
and
God.
And the comments were full of men discussing their dreams to start a family. There is not much discussion about men's desire to have children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly. That was until a certain video game came out.
Just, what are you?
What is baby fever? It's basically a desire to want to have a kid. Like after, like some women see a video of like a baby and how giggly and happy it is, or something like the father-daughter experience you see from the game Pragmata. It gives the people a desire to want to have a kid because they want to have those feelings and they want to have that kind of relationship with the child. So you kind of get in this feeling like, I really want a kid. That's basically what baby fever is. I think men hit the baby fever at around 30 plus. Some do earlier, but men tend to think about children when they consider themselves settled with home and finances. Yeah. But Vera de Milo told us that doing steroids makes us buffed, beautiful, and bitchin'. My dream, twin girls. I want 2 kids. I want a boy and a girl. I would like the boy first so he can be the protective older brother.
You.
I am DI03367, a state-of-the-art pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Pragmata is a sci-fi action game where you play as astronaut Hugh Williams, who is sent to investigate an abandoned moon base. He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station. Along the way, they uncover what went wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
But it seems to have awakened something deep within gamers, especially male gamers. The urge.
Yeah, after seeing like the 2 clips that I see the most are when she's like jumping out of the pod when you first meet her and she goes, Diane, like she's screaming her name. And then the other clip is when she first comes and gives you the first drawing picture and she gives it to you. It's like those 2 clips are the clips that I see the most, and people are saying that it's getting them emotional and it makes them to want to have a kid. And like the conspiracy theory I keep hearing is that this is Japan's psyop to try and get people to have kids, especially the Japanese people, because of their declining birth rates. And considering the reaction I've seen of people with this game, I can honestly say that I could believe that psyop, because so many people are saying that they want to have kids because of this game, and it's hilarious. God of War didn't do it. I don't think God of War really had much of a capture in that regard as Pragmata has been doing. As much as I would want kids, I'm not willing to pass my multiple mental disorders and issues down to another generation, but that is just me. Capcom, excellent. It's working. Yes.
To get married and have kids. I'm not planning on getting married and having kids, but damn, this game is like fatherhood calling to me. Is this how women feel about their biological clocks? This game makes me want a daughter. What is this feeling inside me? It can't be. It's like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a dad. They won me over. The white baby makes me feel paternal. I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging out the innate.
Yes, that was basically one of the other reactions that people were saying is like, I will burn the world or I will kill anybody who tries to harm this little child. And the more I see it, the more I think it's hilarious, because it's like after playing it for a little bit, and as far as I've gotten, I'm like, you know what? I can see this. And yeah, anything that harms this little one, I'm going to end them. I'm going to burn them. I will hide bodies for her. Capcom Psyoc Pragmata for guys and Resident Evil for ladies, both babysitting sims wrapped in. Yeah, like people were calling Resident Evil Requiem the mother simulator, and people are calling Pragmata the dad simulator.
Dad instinct. I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying it. This is a game for incels.
And those kind of responses, do you know, like 98 to 99% of those responses are coming from fucking fatherless behavior type women. I mean, every now and then you'll see a dude that says stuff like that, but it's mostly from the women who are exhibiting fatherless behavior. So question is, Capcom a AAA winning because of this, or is it likely a one-time thing? I hope, and I've heard Ember say this. I think it was Ember that said it, that I hope they come out with more games like this. Because if this is a PSYOP, then by all means, please, for the love of God, make more, because this is just awesome. I love it. Please PSYOP me to the ends of the earth. By the way, hello Fatash, hope you're doing well. Oh God, I think I cooked with this. Remember 20 minutes ago talking about Mafia Boss? Look, check Discord. I am the second eldest of 7. I helped raise my 3 youngest siblings. Those are some of the most fulfilling years of my life. And here come the standard Twitter crash out. No, yep, yeah. I think, but Fatash, I think Capcom has this has to be like, if it should be nominated as Game of the Year. I don't know if it'll win Game of the Year, but it should be nominated as such. Hello, ready to 500 so I can get monetized and demonetized. Nah. I believe you'll get monetized, Fatash, and you'll stay monetized. Next, Capcom PSYOP, destroy communism. You know what? I would get behind that.
Babe, wake up! It's time for your yearly gamer culture war slap! It's 2014 forever, man. We are never going to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock, after we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata, and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start a family, has turned into yet another culture war. Yet another gender war. The gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture. Do men like curvy or thin women? Do women like dad bods or fit men?
All right. I don't think any of those type of women knows what a fucking dad bod is, because they look at Jason Momoa and they look at Jason Momoa and think he has a dad bod. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Do any of you know what a dad bod is? How can you look at Jason Momoa and think he has a dad bod? He's a fit man. He's a goofy ass man too. I love it. He seems like a person that would be very fun to hang out with, but a dad bod he does not have. The weird thing is there any dad bod is Jack Black. Yeah, exactly. See, Jack Black, now that's a dad bod. But people like Jason Momoa, no, that's an actual fit bod. Hell, there are people who looked at Hemsworth and thought he had a dad bod. Same thing with Henry Cavill. Hi, Delvanos. It's like dad bod, yeah, right.
Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah.
All right, ladies, do y'all like beards or clean shaven men? All the ladies in my chat, which is probably about 2 or 3. Beards? Happy says beards. What about you, Fatosh? You like beards or clean shaven?
That reminds me. Before we get deeper into this video, let's quickly give a shout out.
Beards. So Happy and Fatosh both say beards. Good choice. Fact, Diana debuted as a VTuber, did a collab with Pecora from Hololive, got a Twitter, and people got mad because was commanded by an AI called Diana. That sounds so fucking retarded. I mean, I saw the thing where she was doing a collab with Pecora, but to get mad at Diana being voiced by an AI, considering she is an AI, is so fucking retarded. Gym/swimmer bod. My wife said she would divorce me if I shaved mine.
Out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to be marketed better. More features, more gimmicks, more blades. Just add one more blade, bro. One more blade, I promise, bro. One more blade. While skin irritation is just treated like something you just have to deal with.
Fatosh's ideal bod is the gymnastics/swimmer bod. I can understand that.
And a major cause for irritation is blade flex, because most razors use springs to let the blades move as you shave. That helps them adapt to like different angles, but also causes extra tugging and razor burn. Most people just learn to cope with like aftershave and cold water, fixing the symptoms instead of the cause. The question nobody asks is, should the blade even move? And here's where Henson Shaving comes in. By fully supporting a two-sided blade all across its length, they hold the blade in place, preventing any bouncing or skipping, resulting in an irritation-free shave. No springs, no movement, no need to compensate with pressure. And there's something really satisfying about that. Not just getting a better shave, but finally fixing something that's been quietly annoying you for years. Like when you spend months wondering why you don't feel rested even after you get 8 hours sleep, and then you realize, oh, I need a new mattress. You don't need more aftershave, you need a new razor. And since I switched to Henson, I noticed that my shaves have been smoother than ever. No tugging, no cuts. The best part is once you invest in a Henson razor, it is a lifetime purchase. The only thing you need to replace are the blades, which cost just 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like $3 to $5 per year. Henson offers a variety of different colors. I have the rose gold. I think it's so cute. So if you're tired of razor burn, skin irritation, and overpaying for replacement blades, Henson Shaving is definitely worth checking out. Just head over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and 100 blades to your cart. Then enter code SHOE at checkout to get the blades for free with your purchase. Big thanks to Henson for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Right?
Don't worry, I didn't skip the ad.
Throughout Throughout history, there have been countless stories centered around a very specific dynamic: the adult protector and a child. You see it everywhere. In video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking
was a
Dead, The
rusty
Last
razor.
of Us, God of War.
I actually haven't used a razor in a long time. I just buzz my beard whenever I feel like it.
Detroit Become Human, Bioshock, Life is Strange, also movies like Logan, True Grit, In a Way, Monsters Inc., shows like The Mandalorian, literature has done it forever with The Road, Les Miserables, and many, many others. It shows up time and time again because it taps into something deeply human. The instinct to protect, to guide, to teach, to nurture something more vulnerable than yourself.
I like running my fingers through the beard. It just feels nice.
It is a beautiful and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel game. If you buy this game, I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile.
The one question I've heard people say, it's like, I also think of the same thing, is why is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this game is pedophile? Why is that the first thing? I think you thinking that be the first thing that comes into your mind says more about your mental state and you than it says about the game or anyone else. Because how could that be your first thought when you see this game?
I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design child characters for an audience of majority male gamers. Like, let's stop with the defenseless girl the big strong man has to protect. This reeks of sexism and control. I hate.
See, here's the other thing. None of these women would have a problem with it if Hugh's gender was switched to female and Diana was a little boy. There wouldn't be a singular fucking problem with these people. But just because that Hugh is a man and Diana is a little girl that looks like she could be 6 to 8 years old, that is the only reason that there is a problem. I don't get it. Why do you have such a fucking problem with it? If you don't have a problem with the genders being switched for both of them, then you have no right to have a problem with it as they are now. You can't have a problem with one but not have a problem with the other. Now, if you have a problem with both, then fine. But if you just have a problem with just the fact that he's a like some 30 to 40-year-old dude being around like a 6 to 8-year-old girl, but you wouldn't have a problem with Hugh being an adult female and Diana being a little boy child, then you have no right to complain. Like I said, you can't be upset about one but not the other. That's not how this shit works.
Hate these father simulator games. They always give me the creeps. This is low Kirkenuanly fascist propaganda and gives me.
Low Kirkenuanly? What the fuck kind of a word is that? Is that I need to see if this is an actual word. Because now that's got me curious. Because this can't be an actual word. It's an internet slang word. Okay. Low Kirkenuanly is an internet slang term combining low key and Charlie Kirk and genuinely to mean a sincere, subdued, or ironic, authentic emotion. It acts as an intensifier similar to low-genuinely, but with an added layer of ironic, meme-driven, or politically subversive humor often used in relatable or casual commentary. What the fuck? I just now we're making up retarded words. I wouldn't put it above them to add it to the dictionary. Unfortunately, Riz was officially named the 2023 Word of the Year by Oxford University Press. Like, I can understand Riz because it's like a short form way of for saying charisma. I can be fine with that, but this is just fucking retarded. A low genuinely. This has to be like a Gen Z or Gen Alpha thing, because my millennials can't have come up with this, and certainly Gen X wouldn't, because Gen X doesn't give two fucks. Someone had a stroke making that word. You know what, Illusion? I wouldn't doubt that. At this rate, they're going to invent a whole new language. You know what? We're gonna move on.
No vibes. Wouldn't it be cool if I sneezed right now? Fascist
Good God, Shu.
propaganda. If this is fascist propaganda, slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women really look at a wholesome game involving a child and immediately wait. What the f is low genuinely? After hearing about toxic masculinity,
now she gets onto it. Adding buzzwords that are unrelated, like fascism. If you made a game more or less fascism, I could not imagine anything different in the game regardless of version. Yeah. You know, I'm glad I wasn't born in the Gen Z generation or the Gen Alpha generation, because I probably would be just as retarded as these people if I was. I am glad I was born in the millennial generation, where I'm not as retarded. I mean, I'm retarded, but I'm not as retarded as these fucktards. So I'm glad to be a millennial, because, my God.
for the past like 15 years now, finally a topic comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity, and what
It was probably a Canadian who made it up. They released a new pronoun once again. Lovely.
is the response?
I think the funniest thing about the pragmatic controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one. It's not
Oh, God.
nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers. Why are people thinking this is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans.
Like, I can't completely disregard the pedo thing, considering the subreddit they had to take down due to Diana. So I can't completely disregard the pedo thing. But to label every single man who plays this game as one, it says more about you than the actual men. Well, that already is almost a new language, dialect. If you Google write a paragraph in Zoomerism, you will get an aneurysm. I can't keep up, and I am part of the Gen Z. Gen Alpha is going to be worse in this regard. I agree. I'm glad I was born in 1990. I'm scared my kids are born now will come up with. It's a fatherless home take for from these people. Yeah. This is kind of why, you know, like if I have kids, I think I'd prefer to homeschool them so I can, you know, raise them to be actual logical thinking adults that have morals and fucking respect.
Humans, they sexualize everything. You are not very smart.
Oh, men sexualize everything. Oh, that's rich. So men sexualize everything, but women don't. Oh, no. Women are completely innocent of that. Fucking retard.
A lot of loser males who often turn to gaming are pedos. It is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing with chat, as well as complementing their own pure
Women are worse to be to the base women in chat, but I'm sorry. I mean, no offense.
Turning us. Stall development. What? Y'all are full of shit.
Let's support the VTuber who lost his job due to that. Oh, Gillis, tell him Griffin says hi, and tell him that the Nerd Empire supports him.
Talking about dad instincts and whatever. We know why the f you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut.
I'm sorry. What?
This character design cracked the lit
I'm sorry. I need to hear that again.
Stall development. What? Y'all are full of shit talking about dad instincts and whatever. We know why the f you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut.
What in the absolute fuck? I'm sorry, what? I mean, I understand the flag. It's just... I think it's more fucking surprising that that came across your smooth brain retarded fucking mind. I mean, I understand they have this fucking flag in their name, but this is just... This is something else. Like, what in the absolute fuck?
What? This character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with...
Well, one, she looks like a doll because she's an AI robot. That's kind of the whole point.
a blowout running around barefoot?
She runs around barefoot, she explains, because there are energy pockets in the floor and she gets the charge through the energy through her feet.
I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot?
Yes.
Or is this just eye candy for creeps?
I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks like a cute kid to me.
Yeah, she's adorable. She's an adorable little kid.
Like, that is just literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not see what the f these people are talking about. Are there creepy people?
Yes, coming from a huge pervert myself, in no way, shape, or form is that adorable little girl sexualized in any way. And for somebody to even think that it is sexualized, I'm sorry, you have more of a mental problem than any other person you claim to be a pedo.
On the internet who are sexualizing Diana.
Hi,
yes,
Solstice.
absolutely, yes. It is a small minority, but it is still disgusting. In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art.
And I guarantee you in that subreddit, it wasn't only men. I guarantee you there were some women in there too.
Of this child, which honestly is not shocking. It's Reddit. That's not the game's fault.
Thank
the
you,
game
Jealous.
has nothing creepy in it. These creepy people will always exist, unfortunately. I have made several videos about these people existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely understandable. It would make sense if they were going to the accounts that were doing that and calling them creeps, but no. They're for some reason just getting mad at people liking and enjoying the game. They're just spurging out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels.
Why did they make her look like a porn star, though?
What? How is this your thought? I'm sorry, the other thought was a lot fucking... I've yet to see one put one thought that was worse than the other one, but what? What? The the amount of disgusting these people are is levels and multitudes worse than the people they claim to be pedos for this game. Like, the things they say would label them as a pedo than the people who play the fucking game.
Why is the child sexy? Are you okay? These Twitter freaks see a child, immediately
These people need to be put under the box.
sexualize them, and think everyone else is as creepy as they are. Like, no bitch, that's you. And Reddit. You and Reddit. There is nothing in this video game that caters to the freaks except for the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to, like, Cuties, where there were...
Yeah, see, no, none of these people seem to have had a problem much. They've had less of a problem with fucking Cuties than they are having with Pragmata. How are you having such a giant ass problem with Pragmata, but you seem to have less of a problem with fucking Cuties? That's my question. Why didn't you put up as much of a stink with Cuties than you are with fucking Pragmata?
up closes of real children twerking. That is media. That is catering to those people. An article
Actually, you know what? Oh, whoops. I think the reason why they didn't have as much of a problem is because the director of it was a fucking woman. Now, if the director was a man, oh my god, would that thing have gone up in fucking flames. Cuties is Sneeko's favorite movie. Oh, that's fun. That's a good one, man. That's funny. Why did she have to bring up that damn abomination of a film? I finally blocked out on my mind. Damn you, Shoe. No, Blue. The director of Cuties was a French woman. If I remember correctly, I think it was a French woman. I know it's not a joke. I still think it's funny though. It's disgusting, but it's hilarious. The same people saying all this are probably the same ones advocating for maps. Oh, you know what? I can believe that, Stormy. Hi, Cliff. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was, I think the female director of that film was French. I'm not exactly sure, but I think she was.
recently came out from the outlet The Gamer that in the beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay, fair enough, I agree. But then towards the end, the author throws in something very telling.
I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because I'm a little tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
Okay, so your opinion is officially disregarded because you have even yet to play the fucking game. I'm sorry, unless you have played the game that you are criticizing, you can't have a criticism about it because you didn't fucking play it. You want to have a criticism about it? Then fucking play the game. Or at least watch somebody play the game so you can have a criticism about it. If you haven't watched or played the game, then I'm sorry, your criticism is considered invalid.
That is their real problem. Men protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all know, masculinity bad.
Blatantly not fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction trope on a little girl, blonde, blue eyes. I mean, the whole game is low-key Nazi propaganda.
Oh, now it's Nazi propaganda. I swear to God, these people.
to be fair. I think the men who play this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda?
I'm sorry, the men who play this aren't creepy. The men who play this play the game because it's fun. It's made by the same people who made Resident Evil and Devil May Cry, so you know it's a good game. And two, because it's a very wholesome relationship between a grown man who was an orphan and is taking care of a little AI girl robot. And they have a very wholesome relationship, and it's making people want to have a kid of their own. So, not creepy. There are creepy people who have seen the game and done some shit. I will not argue on that, but I'd say that's probably about less than 1% of the people who've actually played the game.
Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras looking white girl you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s, dude.
Do these people even know what the fucking Nazi propaganda was? I mean, these people have not learned their history. You can tell. You can tell nobody here knows. Nobody in these things have ever learned their history. These are the type of people who think the Holocaust was fake.
Dude, sorry, I don't see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain.
Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my schizophrenic paranoid delusion. Good.
They slept during history lessons or never attended. They probably don't even know when did World War II happen.
I don't have the energy.
What I found funny is that World War I apparently didn't officially end till 2007, which I thought was fucking hilarious, and I didn't find that out till like 10 years after it ended. Good God, Governor. I'll do it in between videos so I don't have to edit it out of the video. And let me see. I think that's Oh no. I was thinking of a different war then. Yeah, I was thinking of a different war. Sorry, my bad. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. No, Governor, you redeemed it. I'll do it. It'll just be in between videos so I don't have to go back and edit it out, the thing.
To listen to it. Listen, I know we're all used to seeing gay, black, Hispanic, disabled furries in media lately, but I promise you, white people still exist. It's not Nazi propaganda.
I feel like this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child. She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white generation.
Huh? Oh, I like that little transition she did. That was pretty good. That was really good.
Anyway.
Funny how y'all have
That was a really good transition.
paternal instincts for a child with a model woman's face plastered on it, make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short
You know, they're both adorable.
hair, bare face, snot, and see if those instincts kick in the same. This game is openly catering to pedos. The gaslighting is over.
They're both adorable. I don't see the problem. They're both adorable.
Wait, I'm trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage. So
Nope.
we make her look more like a child in order to not cater to pedophiles? Am I following that correctly?
Also, the face on the left is like a child 6 to 7 years old. And the one on the right is like a 3-year-old. Diana's a
Yeah, that's true. The one on the right is a lot younger than the one on the left would be.
robot kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also, again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane? Like, that looks just like a little kid. Do they just want her to look ugly? Is that what this is? They want her to be ugly?
Yeah, there's people nowadays, they want to uglify everything to make it more relatable. So they want everything to be fucking ugly so they can feel better about themselves. They don't want anything to look cute, adorable, hot, or anything like that. They want to uglify everything so they can feel better about their own stupidity and their own ugliness.
Ugly? Like, I need more brain damage. Hold on. Weeb incel gamers LARPing saying, ooh, I want to be a dad now, because they're manipulative, creepy freaks and like the ooh little girl with the model face, especially the lolicons, obviously. The devs know the male gamers hate a realistic or ugly child, because that's not what they're playing for. If they made her look like a realistic, ugly child, none of them would be saying that.
These people are saying it like all children are ugly. What the fuck is wrong with these people? They're mad she doesn't look like a necromorph. Ugh. That'd be scary. So does that make the modern audience just ugly? Sounds about, yeah. They're pretty much, the modern audience is both ugly inside and out. So they're trying to make, they want it to reflect how they are. I wonder how much brain damage these people have. I've been dropped as a baby and I'm not this retarded. Shoes page is just a window into don't worry guys, you are sane. Yeah, see, I was dropped on my head as a baby before. I'm fine. I'm not this fucking retarded. I reiterate my previous point that they are projecting their own insecurities onto others to force everyone to look and act like them. You know, there's no argument to be made against that, Jake, because it's just true. I mean, look, there are some children who are ugly. There is no getting around that. That is just, you know, a realistic fact. No, not every child is ugly. Not every child is cute and adorable. There are some realistic ugly children. No doubt about it. But what's wrong with making the child character look cute and adorable? It's like these people are acting like it's a fucking crime.
First of all, why are they acting like it's realistic to portray children as ugly and disgusting? Children are not ugly and disgusting. Like, they're cute and adorable. That's what they're known for. Like, yes, she's made to look cute. Yes. That's how you know this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was...
If it was made by Western video game developers, the kid would be rotund and disformed. It'd basically be the child of the Michelin Man. Children are biologically meant to be as cute as they can be as children, so adults protect them. They see Maria, and all they see is a clump. They see all they see is a clump of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if it was made by people here in the West, it would be basically the child of the fucking Michelin Man. To force everyone to make or think that children are ugly, blue-haired psychopaths is evil and needs to stop. They'd also make them... Yes, they would also make the child trans, too. The Western style would be a trans child who is basically the child of the Michelin Man. So it would be trans, overweight, deformed, and unruly. Because they think that's how children should be. By the way, hello, JaCrispy. How you doing?
No Liliths on the dev team here. You guys would lose your shit while playing
Wait for it, trans... Oh, yep, it would also be non-binary, too.
BioShock. Actually, BioShock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin. No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as
or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like 2014 discourse, because it is 2014 discourse. Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's going to be the shoe on head 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0? If she's listening now, just, this might sound very vague, but don't. That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
An argument with a trans about that if you are a millennial and were born before December 26, 1991, you were born near the end of the Cold War. It would be a trans, fat, gay, ugly, non-binary shit show. It's going to be that if the Western media turns it into either a movie or a TV show. That's what it's going to turn out to be if the Western media gets their hands on it.
Don't do it.
Hugh, thanks for talking to me.
Yes, this is the clip that fucking gets everybody because it's goddamn adorable. And it made me tear up.
Time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first ordered the
It still gets me, damn it.
tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Look at that. You wrote your name, too.
My heart can't fucking take it.
Not half bad, kiddo.
This robot girl makes me
Why'd you have to show that?
uncomfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers fawn over her is interesting. I've seen more
Wait, that you haven't seen female gamers fawn over it? I'm sorry, but I've seen female streamers and female VTubers get there's here, I'll show you one because I have the video liked on TikTok because I thought it was funny. Where is it? At least I thought I did. Where is it? Damn it. Oh, here we go.
Diana!
Alright. See, here's an example of a woman fawning over it. This is a VTuber named Poco Pokyo. I don't know how to pronounce her name. So, see.
Oh my god, she's just so happy to have a name.
Diana!
Oh my god, my womb! My womb! It yearns for a child! Ah!
Dang it!
See, this is an example of a woman fawning over it because she's just screaming her womb yearns for a child. It's hilarious.
more clips of her in that.
The male protag will be gay, or he will be a strong, independent black woman. Mostly female streamers are losing their minds. Yeah. There are tons and tons of female VTubers who fawn the heck out over Diana. Hey Ninja. Yeah, I mean yeah. That they get teary-eyed. They're like, she's adorable, you know, all this stuff. It's like, for her to say that she hasn't seen female gamers fawn over this is fucking stupid.
Man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here.
The something weird going on here is you, ma'am. You are the something weird. Men like the Father Simulator game where you have to protect a small child and shoot up a bunch of robots in space? Suspicious! Also, I have seen plenty of female gamers
fawn over this character.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything's all about you.
Who would win? Decades of antinatalist propaganda? One little bean.
The little bean wins. Capcom, like there are people who have been saying Capcom is basically undoing decades of feminist bullshit, and it's making women want to have kids. Pragmata is doing the Lord's work with this shit.
There were even women cosplaying as her. And when women even expressed how cute they thought Diana was, they're also met with this.
Oh my
Little
god,
Bean wins
Diana
every
is so
time.
precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game. Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game, before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia.
What?
Water guns are the best. I like it just as much as crayons. I like how the sand feels on my toes. I press down and sink in. Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishizes fatherhood wants children to behave.
I'm sorry, I don't have a kid, and even I know that kids do in fact act like this. Because they're a kid. They're finding everything new fascinating. I hope the Japanese audience was as affected as the Western audience. They need to up those numbers there. Oh yeah, the Japanese people are actually going goo goo over Diana too. They think it's adorable as well. That being said, they don't really have anybody that's saying that this is pedo shit. This is mainly just the West doing this. But yeah, this is exactly how kids act. They're having fun with crayons, water guns, sand. It's basically all new to them, and they're fascinated by new things. They're curious. They have fun with it. This is exactly how kids act. This may not be how kids act around you because of your dumb fatherlessness bitch ass. Yeah, it's a sense of wonder.
To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting.
The best part was all the actual parents, like, replying to these people like, yeah, no, that is literally how my 5-year-old acts. It's like, yeah, no, that's pretty
Yeah, I'm not a father. I don't have any kids, and even I fucking know.
accurate. Fetishizing you mean the human desire to procreate and start a family? Oh, you want to meet a woman and settle down and have a family? Maybe have a house, 2 dogs? You sick fuck.
We've reached radio...
I will have cats. Because I don't want to get up in the middle of the night just to let the dog out. So I will have cats. And I can tell you my older son was not impressed with the beach when he was a baby.
active levels of incel propaganda.
What the f does incel mean anymore? I feel like I ask this in every single video. This tweet got thousands of likes. I feel like I am going insane. Where does the incel part come from? Like, they want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open about...
These people are using the word so often now that it has lost any of its meaning. Just like Nazi, misogynist, sexist, white supremacist, you know, all these things have basically lost their meaning because they're now just buzzwords people use against anyone who disagrees with their point of worldview. Yeah, she's exactly how a 5 or 6 year old girl would act, especially being sheltered so everything is new to her. This is the opposite of incel propaganda. If any propaganda, it's pro-natal. Yeah. I mean, the psyop that people think Japan is doing, I believe it is actually what they are trying to do. They want people to have kids. Pragmata is making people want to have kids. So there is somebody that told me that this game will probably cause another baby boom. So there'll be new boomers. My youngest son had zero self-preservation when he was younger. We took him to the beach and he instantly ran for the water. He loved playing in the sand though. Any and all these buzzwords have lost all damn meaning. Yeah, they have. They have no more meaning anymore.
their emotions, and then they're just called Nazis or incels or both. Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man, to make things worse. A grown-ass man
saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is...
What's really interesting is that you're a fucking retard and nobody likes your opinions, and it's surprising you still have a fucking voice on this platform.
Is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff.
You're only mad because nobody wants to start a family with your retarded ass. Shut the fuck up.
And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that...
Hassan not beating the gay allegations with this take.
that you...
The sad thing is he's dating Valkyrie. And Valkyrie has said that she doesn't want to have kids. And apparently, I don't think he likes that because apparently he wants kids. But I don't think he should propagate. I don't think we need any more people like Hassan. He only knows how to pay for copulation because no woman legitimately loves him. Damn. Well, yeah, he's paid for women because, yeah, he's a horrible person. Hello, Magical, how you doing?
actually enjoy, right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, it's just not something that you're gonna experience ever for your life.
Magical Misa, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Nerd Empire.
For the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this. Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hassan. Something weird about a man who could easily, consensually get sex from a woman, but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35? No kids? Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting—
If he had kids with her, that would even out some of his inbred genetics. Oh, God. It wouldn't surprise me if he was fucking inbred. Yeah, nah, fuck you, son. Why would I take anything a pro-terrorist psycho says seriously? If I was unfuckable, I wouldn't have 3 children. Yeah. Why pay for sex when he looks like that? Must be his personality. You know what? I will never pay for it. That's just a waste of money.
Something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like literally, no joke, the entire meaning of life.
He's so inbred, it's becoming a sandwich. That's a good one, Tactical.
Is somehow confusing to Hassan Piker, anti-natalist. If I saw a child that looked like that, I'd probably attack it. I felt like
What the fuck is wrong? What the fuck?
hitting her. The right-wing nutjobs seeing this and feeling paternal instincts are just predators. The only instinct I feel as a man right now is self-defense. I want to kill it.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yes, the ones saying they want to protect a kid are the predators, not the ones saying they want to kill it.
The only thing I felt while watching this is pure bloodlust for that annoying creature. I hate children so much. Before you come at me, yes, I'm a 35-year-old crazy cat lady and proud of it. Stay mad.
First of all, every time you see a little smiley face like that, that's how you know that person is madder than they've ever been in their entire life. Listen, obviously if you simply don't want kids, that's fine, like whatever. Not everyone wants kids, not everyone wants to be a parent. But the societal attitude, the difference between men and women here, how they handle this situation is so, like, fascinating to me.
I'm probably never having kids. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably gonna keep making money. That's probably what's gonna happen for the next 40 years until I
By the way, this is the lady that Hassan is dating. Supposedly.
people are just gonna keep being mad at me about it. Menopause is gonna hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be getting the bag until then. You don't want kids? I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think I'm running out of time.
Absolute delusion.
I'm sorry, but you absolutely are running out of time. You are.
I feel like a lot of men in this situation are like, damn, I wish I had a family. That sucks. Women overcompensate and they pretend to be proud of it, and it just comes off as really
You
kind
have fun
of
with
sad.
that, Ninja.
And I guess it's like, as a woman for a long time, it's like, oh, you're too young to have kids. Don't have kids. It will ruin your life and your body and your career. Don't have children. And then all of a sudden you hit a certain
It'll only ruin your body if after having the kid, you don't do anything about it. Because there are plenty of women who have had kids that have actually worked on themselves after having the kids, and they're basically back to how their body was before they had the kid. So people saying it'll ruin your body is just demonstrably wrong, because it'll only ruin your body if you don't do anything to take care of yourself after having the kids.
age, and it's like, your eggs, ma'am. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you guessed, because I was fat as fuck. But anyway, I hid it from the internet, and while I was like...
It's called post-birth workouts. It's not that hard, people. Yeah. Also, when women abort, they also have a good chance of damaging their reproductive system. Yeah. If a girl has to claim she's hot, that's a red... I believe that, Magical. The body was made to give birth, not forcibly evacuate.
5 months pregnant. I was getting tweets from, like, groypers and like, TikTok, your eggs are drying up. But this, like, fuck you haters, I got my cats. Enough. Stop spreading that attitude. Stop being a crab in a bucket. Like, even if you don't have children, that's fine. You could find other meaning in your life, obviously. But don't encourage that type of mindset. The amount of anti-natalist propaganda young men and young women see nowadays is, like, insane. But the biggest anti-natalist propaganda has to be, like, $3,000 rent, $2,000 daycare, and student debt, honestly. Like, if we're being honest. It's just sad because, like, through all of history, like, imagine your ancestors, they've been through, like, war and famine, and you're just gonna end your bloodline because the rent is too high. But it's understandable. They don't feel like they can support a child. They can barely support themselves. Especially...
Yeah, that's like... It's not the propaganda that's telling people not to have kids. I think the biggest contributor for people not having kids is because they don't see a way of them being able to support them enough to give them a good enough life or a better life than what they had. So it's not financially easy to take care of a kid because it's very expensive. And people want to have kids. It's just in today's economy, it's a lot of the times it's not financially feasible to take care of a kid.
On one income, like how it used to be. Those days are gone. You know, if I was president and I wanted to make America great again, that would be the thing I focus on the most. But no, we have to do another bullshit war in the Middle East. Okay, whatever, we're not going into that, not in this video.
Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. Men first experience paternal
We observe this even in the way little girls play and little boys. All right, look. Both men and women do have instincts when it comes to children. We do have paternal instincts, and women do have maternal instincts. Now, are they the exact same? No. But there were people saying that childless men don't have any paternal instincts, but women do, which is just demonstrably wrong. Now, this one says that childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women have maternal instincts. Now, I think it meant to say that they don't have it in the same way that women do. But both men and women do have paternal and maternal instincts.
instincts once they have their own children, and typically those maternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's.
That is demonstrably wrong as well. Men do experience paternal instincts whether we have a kid or not. And to be protective of children in general is just instinctual in all men and women, because that's how we are wired.
Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator.
What the fuck is wrong with this woman? The fuck is wrong with this woman? Men are not nurturers. That is wrong. Men, it's just, to say that men are not nurturers is just completely wrong as well. If we were not nurturers in any way, shape, or form, then there would be no way for us to actually take care of a child. But the fact that men are able to take care of a child means that, yes, men can be and are nurturers. Now, another thing, men don't gush over cute kids in public. Yes, we do, but we can't do that anymore, because if we do, everyone around us will see us as nothing but a predator, so we can't do that, because men are seen as the enemy. We're seen as evil. So we do it more in private, because we're not allowed to do it out in public like women are. Men don't have baby fever. Bullshit, we don't. I've wanted a kid since I was fucking 20 years old. This game is making it worse. So yes, men do get baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than for it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. We don't want to possess a child. That is such a vile way of putting it. I don't want to possess a child. I want to have a child because I want to be a father. In no way, shape, or form does that mean I want to possess one. You make it sound like men are slave owners. This woman needs severe re-education.
What?
Okay, first of all, even from like anecdotal common sense, this is just not true. This is obviously bullshit. Research literally.
Basically, everything in that tweet was just wrong, because it's what she believes, but isn't actually what is logically and realistically true.
Shows that childless men experience like the desire for fatherhood almost just as much as childless women experience the desire for motherhood. Apparently, young men want children more than young women do nowadays. Many men, including childless men, exhibit caregiving, protective responses to infants, even if they're not their own. All through history, men have protected, mentored, even died for kids that weren't their own. Also, with this logic, like, uncles, stepdads, adoptive fathers, like, anyone like that is a predator. Like, men just have...
I want to possess 1 terabyte of cute pictures of my kid and every milestone in her life. Well, that's adorable, Nakota.
the protector gene.
That's a lot of fucking pictures, too. Damn.
This game just activates it. It's really not
to fill up
deeper
a 1
than
terabyte
that. Yes, it's true.
hard
Men
drive?
don't have maternal instincts, but men do have paternal instincts. There's a reason this game is about protecting her from evil robots in space and not like, breastfeeding her. Yes, women and men are different. And I like a huge factor in this very popular trope is that the man gradually develops paternal instincts over the child despite his stoic, emotionally distant, masculine nature. These gamers are experiencing that through the main character. If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like to have a daughter? She's so cute. And for the record, yes, that is what having kids is like. It's also not so fun stuff and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the bad and make it all worth it. There were hundreds of tweets from people, mostly childless people, mind you, being like, that's not what having a child is like, actually, you stupid gamer. It's actually terrible and awful. Men like this view having a daughter like having a pet dog. Once she grows up and isn't a cute little girl anymore, they'll begin to resent her. Men really
Look, the kid, when she grows up, or he grows up, yes, is going to be a pain in the fucking ass to the parent. But I don't think the parent, you know, an actual good parent, will ever resent having their kid. Will ever regret having their kid, unless he turns out to be, you know, like some sort of mass fucking murderer. But, you know, other than extreme circumstances, I don't think the parent will ever resent or regret having the kid. And for somebody to say that is fucking retarded.
really do want kids the way kids want a puppy. All the fun, but none of the responsibilities. I don't like the way you guys talk about children. Like, they aren't toys. People will lose their f***ing minds when they realize that kids aren't like a dog or cat. They're a goddamn nightmare. Watching a child play with a toy and actually raising a child are two completely separate things. Kids are adorable when they're calm and playful, but little demons when they're screaming, snotting, and destroying your shit and keeping you up at night. Men really think having children is easy and fun. It's not so fun when they're pissing and shit and crying nonstop.
Well, they're a kid. They're a baby. They don't have much control over their, you know, bodily functions yet.
Do you have kids? No, and I got my tube side 3 years ago, but thanks for asking. Wow, Diana's so cute. Maybe I want kids one day. Did you know they poop and pee and cry? Why this compulsive need to counter-signal this? Watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent, and you should not base your decision off a video game character.
These people are trying to do everything in their power to make it so that everybody's just as miserable as they are. They want nobody to proliferate. They want nobody to be happy. They want nobody to have anything. They want everyone to be just as miserable as they are, so they can feel good about themselves and know that there are people out there who are in the same boat as them.
Wait, this community note. OP is an e-girl with an OnlyFans account. You stupid gamers don't get it. Doom scrolling TikTok and having multiple failed situationships is true happiness. Children are a burden. Nobody is saying parenting is easy. Nobody said that. All the parts parents say are the best parts. All the parts parents say are worth it. That is what people are seeing and yearning for. They have this like insane compulsion to attack anything that's like remotely pro-family, I guess because it culturally clocks as conservative. So you have to just shun it and mock it, or else you're doing a fascist propaganda or something. This whole thing has just been a litmus test for humanity. On one side, people who long for love and meaning and human connection desire deeper things, and they're in touch with their humanity. And on the other side, miserable, insane freaks who want to destroy everything pure and wholesome. And then on the sidelines, normal people who just think this is a fun game. Yeah, that's probably most people.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is a really fun game. It plays in the exact same way as Resident Evil and Devil May Cry. I mean, the story's great. The controls are good. The combat is very fun and interesting, and it gets you thinking on how to actually go about doing combat. The mechanics and the entire game itself, I think, is like a 9 out of 10. It is a very good game so far that I've played.
I think we're a little too online sometimes. So we have established that the broveries have been activated by...
The broveries, yes. All the broveries have been activated.
by this game. But is the male biological clock real?
Yes.
Unlike women who are born with a specific number of eggs, men create sperm all their life. Right now, as we speak, your balls are creating sperm. Men
Yes.
can technically get someone pregnant all their life. And by someone, I mean a woman, not a femboy. You can't get a femboy pregnant. Stop trying.
Yes, everybody's trying to get a Stallful pregnant. Oh my god.
Sperm quality tends to decline over time. Lower sperm count and more DNA damage to the sperm occurs. These changes usually start after 35 to 40 years old.
You know, Nakota, if I was to actually give one of the two games Game of the Year, I would probably still have to give Game of the Year to Requiem over Pragmata. While they're both equally as fun, I still think I'd probably give it to Requiem over Pragmata. Just, game-wise.
So as men age, the risk of passing on genetic mutations increases. Similar to maternal age, higher paternal age has been associated with autism, schizophrenia, so basically being a Shoe-on-Head fan, and other rare genetic disorders, as well as the chance of miscarriage rates being higher. So when red pill manosphere people tell you like, oh, you have all the time in the world to have children, bro, focus on yourself, queen, get that bag, like, technically they're correct. Physically, you do have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean you should wait. Having kids is...
It is fine for men to wait as long as they want to have kids because there's not really much of a problem. But for women, after the age of 35, it becomes a lot more difficult. It becomes a lot more dangerous. There's a higher chance of kids having problems being born after being born. So it's better for women to have a child earlier on in life than it is later on in life.
More than the ability to reproduce. You want energy to chase a toddler around. You want your kids to have their father in their life for a long time. You want to see your kid graduate and maybe have children of their own. You want to give your parents grandchildren. You don't want to be a super old dad or mom. But if that's how it happens, that's how it happens, and that's great. Life is not a Hallmark movie, but it should not be the ideal for men and women. Like, if you are in a stable relationship, get married and have kids as soon as possible. Honestly, it's the stable relationship part I think people are having the most trouble with. It's easy to be like, find a wife and get married and have kids, bro. And it's like, find a wife? From where? The wife store? Listen, I believe you will have that one day, Anon. I believe you will have that wife and daughter or son. You will have a little Diana of your own one day. You will hang those drawings up.
The name Diana is going to spike like fucking mad just because of this game.
On your fridge. Don't black pill, don't doom. We're all gonna make it. Same to you ladies watching. If I can make it, you can make it. So what did you guys think of this? Have you played Pragmata? Did you like it? Did it make you feel those fatherly or motherly instincts? Is your biological clock ticking? Do you have baby fever? If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. All patrons get the raw, uncensored version of the video a day before it comes out, and I'm going to start doing live streams for Patreon members only.
Find a wife,
that
I
should
can
be
barely
fun.
find my
And I will see you
things.
guys soon with a new video. A slot video, hopefully. Bye!
Well, that was a good video. Nah, I'm gonna import my wife. It's literally a family tradition in my family for women to have Diane or / Diana in their name. Well, that was Shoe on Head's video. It's only been a day and it already has 1 million views. Damn, Shoe on Head. That's quick. But I think that was a good video. That was she did a good job with that one. The biggest problem is modern women in the dating pool these days that are all corrupted by the woke mind virus. Mind you, in speaking in general. The dating pool around my age is terrible right now. Yeah. I would like to find somebody younger than me so I can have kids. I mean, I don't mind having kids with somebody who's older than me. I would prefer to get someone younger. But if it turns out to be someone older, then that's fine. Alright, next video we have is by Diabolical. And it's called Mad Hatter's Downfall. This is a tribute video to Mad Hatter Creations. So, let's check this out. Ah, blues. Oh, this is like dark country. Or blues or something like that.
China cup cracks as it smiles on the saucer. Teapot bleeds, ink on the checkered floor. Card stuck fast in my tongue, tastes like copper. Queen in the mirror, writing more, more, more. Pocket watch swinging like a small brass guillotine. Secondhand chewing on my last clear thought. Top hat tall as a sermon on amphetamines. White gloves clap as the ceiling rots. I keep falling down the Mad Hatter's hold a hill. Spinning on a silver spoon, charred carousel. Teacups in my rib cage, boiling where I dwell. He says stay for one more sip. Then he drags me by the lip. I keep falling down the Mad Hatter's hold a hill.
Oh, damn, that's creepy.
Sugar cubes stacked like tiny tombstones, each one etched with a different sin. Laughter stitched tight to the lining of my coat. Every breath I take keeps dragging it. And he serves smoke on a tray, calls it supper. Feeds me riddles with a jagged fork. Painted grin wide as a cracked church window. Eyes like nails driven into cork. I keep falling down the Mad Hatter's hold a hill. Spinning on a silver spoon, charred carousel. Teacups in my rib cage, boiling where I dwell. He says stay for one more sip. Then he drags me by the lip. I keep falling down the Mad Hatter's hold a hill. Tablecloth catches like scripture on fire. All the chairs march off the edging lines. He calls my name in the steam on the kettle. Says madness is just order in a different design. I bite my tongue to taste the truth. It tastes like lace and engine fumes. He tips the room like a tilted crown. Says you're not falling, boy, you're finally going down. I keep falling down the Mad Hatter's hole to hell, spinning on a silver spoon, char carousel. Teacups in my rib cage, boarding where I dwell. He says, stay for one more sip. You were made for this trip. I keep falling down the Mad Hatter's hole to hell.
That was really good. I loved that song. I love that dark southern, dark country blues type that this does. It's just that was really good. Adding that to my list. I have so many AMVs in my list now. This is the first vid I've seen by him. Good job to him. We've actually reacted to, I think, like 1 or 2 other videos of Diabolicals. Red pepper dip. Ooh. All right, I will put the link of this video into chat so people can check it out. There y'all go. All right. Next video we have here is by one of my favorite Australian YouTubers known as Sydney Watson. She's another very based YouTube lady. And this one is called Fat Activists Are Dying Again. I mean, did fat activists ever stop dying? So, this is about fat people. So let's check it out.
I've said it so many times, but I'm going to say it again. Are you surprised? Not.
What is wrong with the quality of this?
I've said it so many times, but I'm going to say it again. Are you surprised? Not really.
Yes, I do.
Hi, my name.
Just type in ! Discord.
My name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. Baby birds, I want to take you back a few years. It's 2021. TikTok is in full swing.
I mean, look at this. Let me know if that link still works, because if it doesn't, I'll put in a new one.
You get on social media, and everywhere you look, you see obese people in media or on the runway.
We shouldn't be encouraging this type of stuff. This is something that should just not be encouraged, and yet we are encouraging it for some retarded reason.
Magazines you once enjoyed have big models on the cover. Clothing brands are obsessed with putting obese people in jeans. Rolls. And all the while, obese people are telling you that fat acceptance is good. Nay, it's necessary. That you will accept the fat rolls or you will perish under the weight of your own bigotry. But this could...
Drop dead gorgeous. Emphasis on the dead and drop. Governor, I'll have to verify you manually on Discord so you can type in the chat. So,
it only lasts for so long because heart disease gets us all in the end. Or gets them all in the end, I guess. I think the rest of us are mostly fine.
You know why being overweight is one of the smartest things you could do? Just imagine a zombie apocalypse and there's no food left. Overweight people keep all the food in their belly. Therefore, they would live longer than people who aren't overweight.
No. You being fat means you are going to die earlier because your body is working that much harder to make sure blood is being pumped into your fucking veins. So, yeah, no. Just no. So, yeah, good luck with that line of thinking.
Okay, we are cooked.
Fat acceptance has definitely fallen by the wayside over the last little while due to a little fun thing, a little fun pokey poke called Ozempic. But before that, I'm sure a lot of you remember some time ago when a series of fat activists and fat positive people passed away from obesity-related complications. If you are wondering what constitutes an obesity-related complication, no, it is not one's own legs collapsing under the weight of...
I think, if I remember correctly, it's like 9 out of the 10 diseases and stuff that's going wrong in the body can easily be solved if you just lost weight. If you lost all the weight and got healthier, about 90 to 95% of the problems you are having would disappear. And yet these people don't think that.
one's own body, as it turns out.
Breaking chairs.
Although I wouldn't really be terribly surprised to find out that that does in fact happen. No children. Instead, it is a person's heart screaming, "Please, please help me!" In a few of these cases, tragically, the people in question were actually trying to get themselves to a healthier place, which I feel like makes the whole thing extra sad. For a quick refresher, Kat Porze, a fat studies academic and prominent fat activist, died suddenly in her sleep in March 2022 at age 42. She was a senior lecturer specializing in fat studies and a vocal advocate in the fat acceptance movement. I don't want to make jokes about people who have died because I generally think that's in fairly poor taste. But on her university scholarship page thing that was written after she passed away, it says that she wrote about coming out as fat. Girl, you didn't have to write about that.
She didn't come out as fat. She rolled out as fat. Jesus Christ. I'm so glad I started intermittent fasting. Before then I was 230 pounds and now I'm about 180 and feel so much better. Could lose like 10 pounds but not obese. Eat lots of red meats and salads. Salads don't have to suck. Just don't make them shitty ones. Fat studies, or how I eat myself to death.
Could see. I'm just saying. Jamie Lopez, a former plus-sized influencer and the owner of Plus Size Salon, who was trying actually to get her weight down, died in December 2022 from heart complications. And then we had Brittany Sauer, a TikToker and another former fat influencer-esque figure, who died in late 2023, and I think also from heart issues, although I'm not actually sure if that's public.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
Shortly before...
No, unless the things you're saying are that that being fat is okay, then it immediately invalidates it.
Before her death, Brittany said that she regretted binge eating and letting her body get this way.
Bro, what the hell has the world come to when we can't roast fat people for being fat? I'm a fat ass, and I love fat jokes. Exactly, I love my fat jokes. My stomach has shrunk, but unfortunately I get hungry more often, and hunger pains make me gag and retch. Damn. It's a legit addiction problem for these people. Like, I couldn't imagine just eating and eating. Like, they must not get full or don't care. For me, the reason why I gained a lot of weight is because I kept eating out of boredom. If I didn't keep eating out of boredom, I probably wouldn't be as fat as I am now. I understood, Governor, I understood the pasta joke. I've talked to pasta a few times.
I ruined my life with food, binge eating, and lack of self-care. And I'm hoping that it's not too late for me this time.
You can tell how difficult you can tell how big she was just by how difficult it was for her to breathe.
because life just seems to go on recycling stories and events and things that happen.
I'm sorry to hear that, Magical. I hope things are doing well for you now, though. But I am sorry to hear that about your husband.
Happen, and despite the rise of Ozempic and people returning to being reasonably waif-thin, pointy people, a bunch of fat activists and fat acceptance figures, I guess, have continued to pass away. But people don't really notice anymore because it's not, you know, it doesn't garner that much attention. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the body can only take so much before it just gives up. Because, contrary to popular belief, we are in fact not supposed to look like human-shaped bowling balls. No, humans are not supposed to be round. Take that as inspiration and go for a run. Around April 10, 2026, it was announced that Dolly Martinez, a participant on season 10 of the reality show My 600-Pound Life, had died due to, you guessed correctly, congestive heart failure.
I like to feed the birds or the ducks. Sometimes I wish I was one of them because they just eat whatever as much as they can. And their moms help them eat.
Now, if you haven't watched My 600-Pound Life, just don't. Very few people on the show actually choose to improve and keep the weight off, and it's sort of just like watching someone deliberately drown themselves. Although watching someone struggle to do basic tasks like getting out of a car without it turning into a medical emergency really does inspire me to go for a walk, so, you know, there's that.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. I didn't eat all day.
I'm thinking that maybe is a good thing. And maybe
Now, she could not eat for probably a month and she would be fine because the thing that happens is if you don't eat for a certain amount of time, your body will start to literally eat itself alive. And the first thing the body will go after is your stores of fat. But you have to also be careful because once your fat stores are depleted, the next thing it will go after is your muscles. So,
other than pursuing food, you should be pursuing going to the gym. Maybe you should go and buy yourself a pair of good headphones and then...
I mean, hell, even if you don't have if you can't afford a gym membership, all you have to do is go outside and go for a walk for like an hour. And just doing that will help you lose weight. You don't need to do it every day. Just do it like 3 to 5 times a week. Just go outside and go for a walk. Now, the other thing people have to learn that they need to do is when it comes to food, you need to eat less than the amount of energy you put out on a daily basis, which is called a caloric deficit. If you do that, you'll eventually start losing weight. But a lot of these people, I mean, you could still pretty much eat what you want. You just have to eat a lot less than what you normally do. And cut out sugar. Eat a lot less sugar.
Take yourself on a walk or to the gym. And actually, you can do that too. You can buy some great headphones thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Raycon. What are you doing? I am listening to music, obviously, and you're doing that with a funnel. The earbuds I have kind of hurt my ears, and this clearly works just fine. You can't hear anything at all, can you? No, I can't. I don't even know why I have ears at this point. Please tell me that you have a better option. Well, I don't, but Raycon does. They even came out with these new cool bone conduction headphones. Raycon's bone conduction headphones are wireless and use vibrations to carry sound through your bones to your inner ear so that you can hear everything, including the world around you. You also don't look like a crazy person listening through a funnel. What if it rains? Well, Raycon's headphones are weather resistant, so you'd be fine. They're also made for extended wear, so you will be comfortable for long hauls. And really, you can use them in all sorts of situations. I use them at the gym, on walks, doing housework. One of the things that I personally notice is that my Raycons go for ages on a single charge, so it makes sense why so many other customers love them, and why Raycon is so confident in their product that they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can have the great quality audio without having to spend boatloads of money, especially in today's economy. On a personal note, since I found out that I was losing my hearing in my left ear, I've stopped using in-ear earbuds as much, and so I really like that I have 2 pairs of Raycons that both sit outside my ears, and they honestly make life a lot better. So you're saying I need to ditch the funnel and use Raycon? I'm impressed you're able to live alone, honestly. That's what my mum says too. So with Mother's Day just around the corner, celebrate the mums in your life by going to buyraycon.com/SydneyWatsonBC to get 15% off Raycon's awesome bone conduction headphones. And biggest thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today's video. But Dolly's story on the show basically revolved around her struggle with food addiction and her bipolar disorder. She struggled to both lose weight and follow the guided program that her Dr. Now gave her. During her filmed portion of the show, Dolly lost around 40 pounds, which I am really bad at doing quick conversions, but it's 2.2 pounds to a kilo, so I don't know, like 20 kilos, 18 kilos, somewhere between 20 and 18 kilos, which was so far short of what was needed for the weight loss surgery that she was striving for. And from what I can tell, since her episode aired, she has more or less stayed like this since 2022. And somehow...
And she's still alive? I mean, look at how huge she was.
And I'm saying this like it's surprising. It's not. This person has gained widespread attention and, you know, lots of interest because of her giant size. Yep, that's about the size of it. Excuse the pun. Maybe don't excuse the pun.
Pun intended.
What's absolutely wild is that in January 2026, so what, like 4 months before Dolly passed away, the Daily Mail published an article that explained how 18 former castmates on the show have passed away due to obesity-related complications. 18! Also, side note, this is the most diabolical spelling of Sydney that I've ever seen.
Sydney Yeatus. Sydney Yeats? What does she yeet? Get rid of the I, it'd be Sydney Eats.
I do not condone this. This C is wrong. Get rid of that. In just the last year, 7 of these people have died. Although I should note, not all of them died from obesity. I think 1 died in a car crash. But the ones who did die of seemingly obesity-related complications.
What in the absolute fuck?
Include Charity Pierce, who died in January 2026, and to her credit, she did lose a
Was that an ass?
ton of weight. She was in the show much earlier and in an earlier season, and was once called the world's fattest woman after weighing in at almost 800 pounds, which again, you guys do the math, 2.2 pounds to a kilo. That's heavy. One of the other notable women is Latonya Potain. Sorry if I butchered that. She died in May 2025, and again, this was caused by congestive heart failure. I know that reality television is absolutely built around showing extreme situations and kind of extreme people doing.
Reality television in and of itself, I think, is very toxic. It is a very horrible thing because it shows just the absolute worst of people.
Extreme things, and in this case obviously it's about, you know, people battling obesity and whether or not they can and will actually lose weight and rejoin society. But like I said, it's dead set like watching somebody hold their own head under the water to drown. I think the worst part for me is I don't even know what this is trying to achieve, because at what point does this stop being
And a front ass too. You buy one, you get the one free. Reality TV isn't even reality. It's a scripted, controlled environment, even enabling. Yeah, that's why it's fucking toxic as hell. Holy crap, I almost Ralphed up my lunch and breakfast. What was that abomination we just... I don't know, Jake. I really don't know. Any reality show on TLC is pure exploitation. Yeah. At least competitions, they they know what they are getting into, or celebrity reality show. Yeah.
Normal entertainment and becomes something kind of grotesque, like a weird voyeurism of I don't even know how to describe this, because there is a lot of nudity because they like to show you that these people can't wash themselves. What is this saying? Are you trying to scare people out of obesity, or are you trying to normalize it? Which one is it, Doctor Now?
What this comes down to is simple. If you won't do the things you need to lose weight, how do you think weight loss surgery is going to make you lose weight?
I know it's going to help me lose weight because at the end of the day, I know what I want for myself.
Weight loss surgery, yes, it'll help you lose weight, but it won't help you keep the weight off. You're just going to gain it back if you don't fix your habits. If you don't fix the things that got you in this situation in the first place, then weight loss surgery is nothing but a moot point. If you want to have the weight loss surgery, that's fine. But you need to realize the decisions you made that got you into the situation in the first place need to stop, need to be changed. If you don't do that, you're going to be right back in the same exact situation that you just got yourself out of. And these people don't seem to understand that. They just want the quick fix and think that'll be fine, and they can go back to the same exact decisions that they were making that got them in this situation in the first place. And they think they won't go back to how they were. But I'm sorry, this is not how reality works.
The strain of severe obesity.
I knew a girl who got a serious weight loss surgery, and she was eating oatmeal like right away, which I'm sure helped expand her stomach again. Yeah. I mean, a person can get half their stomach taken out and, reattached and everything. It doesn't mean that their stomach is going to stay that small. It's just going to expand again if they don't change their decisions. All this video is making me think is the chat music songs. Pounds, kilograms. And
obesity and just being obese in general is undeniable when you consider that 18 people, for the most part, over the course of the last decade or so, have died from one show about fat people, and 18 people from...
The most disgusting thing about this program, apart from the blobs, is the fact a bunch of them have legitimately been caught actively sabotaging and exploiting these people. Yeah, that's the horrible thing. It's like the show didn't do anything to really help them. They just exacerbated their problems. They made things worse. They didn't help in any way, shape, or form.
That show have died. That is insane. And actually, while I was looking into this, I thought, I wonder who else has passed away from obesity-related complications, who, has a fat acceptance profile. And it really didn't take me all that long to find more examples of fat acceptance / body positivity people, body positivity influencers who have died recently, which is very sad, to be honest with you. A woman called Mona Lisa Stephen, who is a Nollywood actress. I guess Nollywood is Nigerian Hollywood? Wait a minute. How many people are in Nigeria that they have their own Hollywood? How many people live in Nigeria? 242 million people? What the heck?
That's probably about 100+ million less than America.
I wonder how many of these people, though, are scamming elderly Americans. To some people, that probably sounds mean, and to other people, that probably sounds like a joke, but it's neither mean nor a joke, because I was so radicalized recently. This is a total aside, but I was so radicalized recently because I watched this documentary called The Anatomy of a Romance Scam. I think I'll put the poster on screen probably. And it was about romance scams and how many Nigerians scam elderly Americans by pretending to be investors or pretending to be romantic partners, and they make literally billions of dollars. I did the math. It's probably somewhere in the realm of like 5 or 6% of the country's GDP is scamming Americans and Europeans, and I don't know, it radicalized me so much. Please take care of your boomer family members, because they do not have good discernment. No offense, boomers, but you do not have good discernment when it comes to people trying to take advantage of you. Just You guys should definitely watch the documentary. It was really good. It made me so angry, and I genuinely called my mom and I was like, hey, listen, I know that you like to be on the internet and in your fun little groups and stuff, but please, if anybody ever asks you for money, do not give it to them, no matter how good their story is. Thank God she's still married to my dad, and my dad's like, what is going on here? Anyway, back to obesity. Mona Lisa Stephen, who was a plus-size model and content creator, died in May 2025. She, like many of the other ladies I've mentioned earlier, was very vocal about body image and self-love and body positivity. She made videos dismissing the idea of weight loss, and she promoted the acceptance of fat women and fat bodies. She passed away from what I think seemed to be diabetes complications. It's sort of hard to glean online, but for what I can tell, she died of hypoglycemia and internal bleeding, which can result from being diabetic, although no one ever said that she was. This is just, there's very little information. I also found another recent article that described how a body positive influencer
and mom of two dies at age 27 after choking on food during dinner with her family. Damn. 27. That is young.
Died after choking on food. Granted, unlike the other people that I've highlighted so far, she obviously didn't die as a result of being overweight, but choking on food is definitely one way to go out. I hope it's obvious, but I'm also not trying to make fun of this woman. I just think this is such a crazy situation. Because what are the actual chances of someone who is overweight not dying from overweight, obesity-related complications, but rather from the very food that made them overweight to begin with, and the very food that got them into a place where they were advancing the body positivity cause? Like, that is, that's some irony. The thing is, it's not like people haven't started sounding the alarm about body positivity and how grotesque it is in the modern era. I mean, it's always...
Body positivity started out for those who couldn't, it was for people who physically could not help what was wrong with their body, you know, missing limbs, deformation, you know, those sort of things. That's what body positivity was for. Until the fat community got their greedy little stubby fat hands on it. And it all of a sudden it became about fat people. And they tried to make it so that society would accept as fat as being okay, which it is not. In no way, shape, or form, in reality, is being fat seen as okay.
He's been grotesque, but you know what I mean. I'm not sure how many of you remember, but a woman called Gabrielle Lascano went super viral a few years back because she announced that she was leaving the body positivity / fat acceptance movement, and she felt guilty for having ever taken part. In a
Can't wrap your arms around a person who's the size of a sofa to do the Heimlich. Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, we need more shame in our society. Yes, I think some of these people do need to be shamed a little bit because they're being coddled way too fucking much. Without shame, people do whatever they want. Yeah. Fun fact, in Japan, obesity is frowned upon because of everyone paying into socialized healthcare. They see a fat person and are like, my tax dollars are going to help your fat ass. Nuh-uh. Yeah, you don't see very many fat people in places like Japan or Korea because they're very strict about health and their body. Don't you mean they're greasy, fat nuts hunting? Saw a girl who moved to Japan. She lost a lot of weight just by people looking at her funny. They didn't even have to say anything. Yeah, a lot of these people need to be shamed because they've been coddled too fucking much.
Series of videos, she talked about being fearful for her health and learning the hard way that obesity restricts you and it also kills you.
Don't let the idea that, oh, I could catch a dick no matter how big I am, cause you to forget about your health and to keep gaining weight. Health is real. Organs failing is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that shit is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And if nobody else wants to say it, let me fucking tell you the truth. Love yourself at any size, wear the clothes you want to wear, but don't forget that your heart has to beat, babes.
She recently, within the last 2-ish months, did an opinion video with the New York Times where she reiterated how dangerous the fat acceptance movement is in this sense. And while she...
See, now these are the type of fat people I can get behind. As horrible as that sounds. But they're at least... I don't know if they're doing anything about it themselves, but at least they're giving out the right message that it is not okay to be fat. And those are the type of fat people I can respect because they're not, giving in to the stupidity of the fat acceptance movement. They're actually saying that it's not okay to be fat. And they still have an amazing school dining system where they have proper chefs making nutritional meals. So they are used to eating healthy from childhood. Yes. Yeah, the Japanese and Korean people do. They make sure their kids also eat healthy. Get behind fat people. I know, it would cost me half a tank just to get behind some of these people.
Still wants people to be body positive, she doesn't think being obese is the answer.
Then, over time, I got heavier and heavier. I've always been an adventurous person, but there was a lot I couldn't do anymore. Fitting into the seats on roller coasters, planes. I couldn't wear heels, my dresses wouldn't zip up. And that wasn't all. When you're bigger, you might not be able to wipe as well as a thinner person. You can't reach because there's no space. Some days I would look at photos and not even recognize myself.
Damn, she got bigger. She got a lot bigger.
At one point during this video, Lascano describes how the longer she was in the movement, the more that she gained weight. And honestly, she's not the first person who has said this and described this after leaving this movement.
I started to wonder if loving myself at any size had become an excuse to ignore.
I mean, here's the thing. Do you truly love yourself? Are you truly loving and respecting yourself? If you are letting yourself get so big that one, you can't even wipe your ass anymore, and two, you're basically killing yourself. How can you say you respect yourself and are happy with yourself if you are literally making yourself so big that you can't do anything anymore and you are basically just killing yourself? I don't think that's called love. I think that's called self-destruction. I think that's called you're basically committing suicide very, very slowly.
How big I was getting. I felt like I saw myself being brainwashed, essentially.
In my travels of the internet, I came to find out that, yes, in fact, unsurprisingly, lots of other women also view the body positivity movement through this lens and in this way.
If I was so fat that I couldn't take care of myself, I'm ready to be isekai'd. But you got to be careful because you don't know if you'll be the same size in the isekai world either.
This woman, for example, articulates something very similar to Lascano, saying that body positivity ended up being a vehicle for accepting things that were actually genuinely not okay.
I think it got to a point where the movement, I was using it as an excuse to stop taking care of myself. Like, don't get me wrong, for a long time I really liked the message. Like, I think we all should feel good in our skin. But I think the narrative somewhere changed from self-love to just complacency. And I found the movement as an excuse to sort of let myself fall off the wagon a bit.
Yeah, people like to people like to get behind the movement because it is the easy way out. People like to take the road that is the easy way. They don't like to put in the hard work. If it's easy, they'll take that road. And that's why a lot of these fat people are following the fat acceptance movement, because it's a lot easier than coming to terms with the fact that, yeah, you made the dumbass decision and now you're fat and now you have to work on yourself, otherwise you're going to die before you turn 40. You are substituting your own love for someone else's fetish or to make others feel good and not yourself. Yeah. I love my skinny friends during a windy day because they hide behind me while moving towards the door. The window was bad.
and also skipping habits that are actually beneficial for myself. And for some reason, discipline was labeled as self-hate.
Another woman made comments here at the end of 2025 that fat acceptance became untethered from reality and the movement is actually just led by mean girls, which honestly, so true, queen. So true.
I was in deep with the fat positive, body positive, fat liberation movement for a really long time. And I left. I packed up. And that's because I felt like it got so nasty, so mean, untethered from reality, and that the goalposts.
Real body positivity. Eat until you feel full. Exercise regularly, regular checkups, and don't strive for the improbable impossible. I don't think you should eat until you're full. Eat until you're satisfied. I think that's what you should do. Just eat until you're satisfied. Don't eat till you're full. And drink plenty of, yes, drink plenty of water.
Was just constantly moving. A lot of people in it who I think encourage people to not seek medical professional help for health conditions, or just like flat out deny science and pick and choose when to apply science. I also think that there.
Yeah, the fat positivity and body positivity movement, they don't like to listen to actual facts and research and stuff. They like to cherry pick data that fits their narrative and their beliefs to try and justify their own lack of intelligence and, you know, lack of self-respect. So they just cherry pick data that fits their narrative.
There's a little bit of a victim culture within it that it has created. And I think some of the leaders of at least the online movement, I'm going to be honest, are mean girls. And I think that because some of these people are creators online and have their income tied to it, they kind of almost become
The caveat to that is eat healthy until you're full. Yeah.
incentivized to create more extreme takes, right?
Since I last spoke about this specific topic, so many new videos have cropped up where people are saying that fat acceptance is a scam and it's a joke and moving away from it. And again, it's not because of Ozempic in this capacity. I think it's because people are waking up and realizing that this movement is miserable and bad for society. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them then go out and get Ozempic because that's their way out of this. That's their golden ticket. But I keep saying this, and I think I'm correct, you know? I think that body positivity was always one giant cope. And I'm not talking about the original body positivity, which is accept yourself despite your flaws, yada, yada, yada. I'm talking about the sort of mongoloid, horrible version of it that we know and love today. And yet, crazily,
When your jam comes on backstage at the Fat Con fashion show. The fact that there is a Fat Con shows how horrible of a society we are.
spite of this, it doesn't stop things like FatCon from going ahead. Yes, this is real. On their website, FatCon is described as a 3-day conference for fat joy. Fat joy, trans joy, queer joy. I think we need less joy, actually. More misery, you know, to fix whatever is wrong with you. Surprisingly, FatCon is a relatively new event, with 2026 only being its second annual run. They're already advertising for 2027, so I guess they don't think this is going away anytime soon. But as far as how it all went, it's about what you'd expect.
Come over.
Where are we going?
Oh, around. It's a surprise. Do you like surprises?
I do.
Okay.
Their schedule was also jam-packed with super fun sessions such as Express Yourself, How Style Can Empower Your Fat Liberation, and Fat Defiance in Policy, Running for Local Office as Your Authentic, Powerful Self. Wow. Personally, my favorite one is Gender Affirming Care as a Fat Person, Navigating Hormone.
This is just a convention. Yeah, yeah, Nakota. This is basically just a convention for whales who have no self-respect at all.
surgery, and letters. Gotta be able to navigate those letters, fellow fatties. They also had a session about bondage, but I don't think I want to click on that. I don't think I want to click and learn about that on this site. That's gonna be a no from me. It's never going to stop
That's a no
being
from me, dog.
absolutely nuts to me that people pursue trying to normalize that which is not normal. And I'm positive this has been studied, but I would love to know what guides this kind of psychology.
Sell
What
tacos.
is the motivation behind trying so hard despite everybody dying, despite people pulling back, despite people objectively wanting to be smaller and thinner? What is the desire to persist with this? I want to know. I guess the clips that I've included here are probably correct. The ones that are asserting that fat acceptance and body positivity as we know it today are just massive roads to achieve complacency, because if someone's telling you that you're great as you are and you don't have to change, what would ever make you want to change and do better? So I think that those women who are making these observations are probably correct. And the other thing is that if you have in fact tied your finances to being a fat person and telling other people about being fat, then yeah, you are incentivized to keep other people overweight, which is crazy work. That is a crazy thing to realize. Wow.
Hey, just your fat best friend, your fat influencer, your body positive bestie to jump on and let you know you're not
Dude, those glasses, just, no. They're not for you, girl.
on your own. You're not alone. There are still at least a dozen of us out there who are here, who are still trying to keep, open and safe spaces for bigger people.
So I definitely think that
I don't get why there are a lot of fat women who wear shirts like crop tops like that. Get a bigger fucking shirt. Nobody wants to see your goddamn gut.
there are way fewer people making this sort of fat acceptance online content, because so many people have left the movement, so many people have lost a bunch of weight and no longer fit into the movement. They sort of get excommunicated. But the people who are left, man, are they salty. But I guess if I'm being honest, they always have been. And a lot of the old content that they used to make and still do now to a much lesser extent always seem to revolve around stopping people from pursuing dieting.
Yeah, like for me, I'm a bigger dude, and I want to wear a shirt where if I raise my arms, my stomach isn't going to hang out from my shirt, because I don't want anybody to see my fucking gut. I want to keep my gut covered.
Or getting medical help, or
buy a tent,
slimming down, all this type of thing, because they just perceive that as an attack on being fat, and they perceived it as fat phobia. I've said this before, but I do think with a lot of social ideologies and social cultural movements, a lot of people just woke up to them and realized how corrosive they were / are, and or how stupid and ineffective this way of thinking is. I think the broader culture has completely moved on here, and I think that we're going to see the closing down and the slowing down of these niche micro online communities.
I think the fat acceptance movement is actually slowly, and I mean very slowly, dying. But hopefully it'll get to a point where the only people left in the fat acceptance movement are the people that will probably inevitably die before they turn 40 because they refuse to see the error of their ways.
More and more as time wears on, until inevitably we roll back around to them in about 20 years' time, because apparently everything just continues to recycle itself. In the meantime, and I do think this is really sad and really quite tragic, and it's, I don't take any happiness out of saying this, but I do think that we will continue to see more fat acceptance and more fat liberation. People pass away, and I think that those who understand what's going on will move away from these movements and will make better choices, and inevitably
FEM is failing one person at a time. Yeah. It's also killing one person at a time. It's like the fat acceptance movement exists solely to absorb the fat people who try and take the easy way out. And it is a movement that exists to slowly kill the people who refuse to see how stupid they're being. Get this, it's ironically eating itself. Yeah, exactly.
Down. So I think on a long enough timeline, naturally we will see the fat acceptance movement and all its other little offshoots shrink and shrink and shrink until really it sort of is no more. So for once, children, I think that is a bit of good news. Now on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder, check out Raycon using the link in the description. I genuinely love my Raycons, and I really do wear the bone conduction ones when I'm at the gym, or I do mostly when I go on my walk, where the open ear ones, just because I like hearing what's around me, and the audio's good. I make calls with them. I really like them. So if you are in the mood for some new earbuds, absolutely check them out. Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Are you on my side of this, where you think it's actually quite tragic that these people are passing away, but really it's kind of to be expected?
I thankfully saw the issues with my diet and have cut out things like soda, energy drinks, and candy for the most part, and that made such a difference. I'm not losing weight per se, but I'm definitely getting better, so a step in the right direction, I think. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, people can still have a pop or a piece of candy or a donut, but that's more like a thing you should have like once a week or once every other week, because having it constantly every day or every other day it does not help you, because that's just way too much sugar. I mean, when you're on a diet or everything, it is perfectly okay to have a singular cheat day a week. So you can have like a pizza, you can have a donut, you can have a pop, you can have this, that, and the other thing, but that's it. I've given up Gatorade, fast food, processed meals. Yeah.
This is what obesity gets you. Are you on the other side where you think, I'm not sorry for these people at all, they brought it on themselves? What do you think of the news around the 600-pound life show? Do you think that it's insane that 18 people who have been on the show, well, I guess 19, including Dolly Martinez, have passed away as a result of their obesity and being so large? What do you think of that? What do you think the implications are as people get fatter and fatter and fatter in our society? Do you think that we should be paying closer attention and we should actually be ringing the alarm bells about how terrible obesity is? Do you think that this is just sort of a natural byproduct of the food that we have access to and how much people eat? And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along for the full ride. If you are new here and you're not subscribed already and you'd like to see more of me and more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, as well as leaving this video a like and a comment, because I do read the majority of them and I like hearing your feedback. Like I always say, my wonderful little chickadee people, I hope you stay safe and well and make good choices, and I will see your pretty little cute faces in the next video.
We won't truly know how many people the movement has killed, since they are still stuck in their folds when they got sat on. Yeah, all right, that was Sydney Watson about fat activists are dying again. I think that was a good video. I think it's a good thing that we're seeing people slowly leaving the movement and realizing that it's nothing but toxic, and it's nothing but a detriment to their own health. So it's good to see that people are leaving the fat activist stuff. And I hope eventually that fat acceptance will officially disappear off the face of the earth. Common sense is once more prevailing. Yep. All right, this next one we have is by Mad Hatter. This is a very short video. It's only about 2 minutes long. and it's called Bunny Girl's Hypnotic Mythical Dance set to insane music. So, apparently Mad Hatter made this entire thing solely on his Android cell phone. So, let's see how this is.
Bird opener. Trapped in the static of my skull, wings clipped by invisible code, beating against the glass that never shatters, chasing ghosts in the fog. Best tight shades on, one red spark in the endless gray. Am I the prisoner? Or the key that's learning how to burn away? Bunny queen dance, cards are spinning, pink fire crawling through my veins. Corset lace with lightning, pigtails whipping like chains in the rain. Every glowing hoop is a lock I'm shattering tonight. Spin, laugh, defy the dark. The queen inside is owning the light. Swirl, dance, climax, break every chain. Argo static in my veins. Cards and roses, smoke and glitch.
This is very well done so far.
Freedom isn't handed down. I rip it from the code with a grin. Twirl through the palace ruins. Let the old world fucking spin. Psychological bridge. They told me stay small, stay safe, stay broken in your head. But the dragon code is awakening, and the old me is already dead. Every fear was just a firewall. Every doubt a rusted bar. Watch me overload the system. I am the fucking star. Dragon roar finale. Roar. I crash. I ride. Neon wings, heart on fire. From cardinal spark to dragon sky, the matrix is gone. I fly. Oracle freedom, wild and true. This glitch is me. This glitch is you. We burn. We break. We bloom. We bloom. The universe may clone.
That was actually really well done. I mean, for him doing this entire thing just on his cell phone, I think he did pretty well. Not too bad. Good job, Mad Hatter. That was a good one. Yep. All right, next one we got here is a video by Hero Hey. We hear like Hero Hey, he does good work. And this one is called Hassan Just Had a Massive Breakdown on Stream. So, let's see what kind of breakdown the retard had on stream.
The other day, we talked about Hassan's take regarding Pragmata, Capcom's new game, and how he's offended by the game, and he's so mad at gamers. And it's like, what else is new? People like this guy, they're always looking for something to be offended about. Well, spoiler alert, Hassan is offended once again because now he's mad at people that were criticizing his take.
Brother told gamers that a bunch of them are virgins who hate women, but the idea of having families, the chuds are upset. Oh, that's why they're mad. Oh, I was wondering where the new wave of fucking losers was coming from. That makes sense. It's because I recently said, you know, you're never gonna get put. So why are you worried about, you know, whether or not women's biological clock is ticking?
Have a good one, Dakota.
Got posted in a lot of gamer subreddits. Ooh, nice. Your Pragmata take pissed off incels. You offended the pedos and the capital G gamers and the incels. Yeah, what they're offended by, I think, primarily is the truth. That's what.
No, we're not offended by the truth. We just think you're retarded and your takes are moronic and are not based on anything that is considered logical or in reality.
Offends them the most when they hear the fucking truth. I find the game to be cute and I find the game to be fun. I like the game. I was excited to play this game when it was first announced. I will continue playing this game. But what I find very strange is that these guys who make everything political, who spent years and years and years.
I love how he says these guys that make everything political, and he's
these guys that make everything political, and yet he talks about everything political. Hey Kitsuragi, how you doing?
responding to a literal meme account like Rock Solid on Twitter. That's a meme account. You're literally getting one guide by a meme account, Hassan. What are you doing? Also, by the way, shout out to Smug Elena. She's based, responding with the Pipkin the clock is ticking meme, but instead the rabbit's Pipkin Pippa. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a good response from Smug.
Saying, well, get the politics out of my video games, are now looking for political propaganda points in every game that they play, and in many circumstances they don't even play these games. They just chirp about them. Your actual thoughts were not even close to clipped. Every clip that went viral or quote image meme reframed your take as gamers to be incels universally. Oh, yeah, I don't really care. My friend sent me this exact clip of yours. He framed it as, why is Hassan talking down on lonely gamers who got inspired to have children? Isn't he supposed to help them become normal? I hate how much your haters twist your words. My friend is a good guy, and on the left too, but he keeps getting rage baited by these clips. He has agreed to watch a few streams with me to get to know how you really are.
All right, pause right there. Hold on a second. Hey, do you want to go hang out today? Let's watch Hassan together.
That is... Hey, let's hang out and watch Hassan. Why would I subject myself to that kind of torture? The man doesn't have anything realistically good to say that helps further society in any way, shape, or form. All he does is complain, bitch, moan, and act retarded on stream because he has nothing to contribute to society.
Oh my gosh, man.
It's difficult for me to maintain my nice posture.
Nice posture? What any sort of posture do you have other than retardation?
When I hear stuff like that, unfortunately, we're not going to make it. Yeah, I don't really care. My opinion of incel gamers, not like all gamers, I myself would identify as one as well, and people who enjoy video games broadly, I have no issue with. But my opinion of the very specific type of incel right-wing video game commentary people is lower than dirt. There is no opinion that I have lower than the opinion I have of them. So who gives a let them chirp? You know, they're already unbelievable.
Oh no, the poor bastard is going to be indoctrinated into the cult of Hassan. 07's in chat. Yeah, 07's in chat, people. For that poor bastard.
Unbelievably sad. They live incredibly depressed lives.
Oh yeah, and you live such a bright, fulfilling life. I'd say your life is one of the most depressing I've ever seen because you have nothing positive.
God. And every single day is yet another opportunity for them to try and make others just as sad as they are.
The hypocrisy I'm hearing from every sentence he's spewing out of that retard mouth of his.
So if that keeps him alive, keep it going, buddy. I'm glad that I've given you more life for one additional day. Take the gun out of your mouth.
I don't think I could do that, Blue, because I would just feel myself getting more and more retarded after every second of watching him.
Big dog.
So a lot of men and women have said that they're enjoying Pragmata, and it's making them think, hey, I want to become a parent. Now, Hassan gets offended by that. He gets very mad at that for some reason. Makes no sense. Then also gets mad at a meme account for, memeing on how people are enjoying the game and saying they want to become parents and all that. He's offended by that. but accuses the other people of being offended, and capital G gamers that are incels and chuds and whatever else. And it's like, dude, what are you doing with your life? How is this where you're at? Every single time this guy has a clip, he sounds increasingly out of touch, and it's just a very weird thing to witness. And you gotta love how these people...
The dude's just off living in his own world, thinking that he is the most righteous, the most correct, the best person in the world, and everyone else is wrong and below him.
People just run down the list of buzzwords. They got no responsive merit. They just got to throw buzzwords out. Used to be all the phobes and the isms. Now it's, oh, they're just incels. Literally throwing stones from a glass house. Imagine a Hassan viewer that's so terminally online, he wants to get together with his friend to watch more Hassan streams. I'm citing literally what his own viewer said in that clip. And these are the people that are calling other people incels, you know. Ain't that rich. Anyways, that's enough of Hassan's greatest hits. I'm leaving it there for today. I've seen enough. Let me know what you guys think, though. Thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, the dude just lives in his own fantasy world, thinking he's better than everybody else, and can't and doesn't have the capacity to see the world for what it actually is. It's very sad. It was a short video from Hero Hey. That actually felt like it went by a lot quicker than it actually did. But yep, based Hero Hey, always. All right. It is 6:02, so we are going to call it here, and we are going to raid. No, we'll raid Ember. How about that? We'll raid Ember. We'll raid Ember, everybody. But thank you all for being here. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. We will do some more. Let's see. We'll probably do some Pragmata tomorrow. It's either Pragmata or we will do more yapping. I haven't really decided. I'll decide tomorrow when we get to it, but yep, enjoy Ember, and I will see you all in tomorrow's stream. Good night, everyone.